hit the soil of the South Island in Picton, checked the weather, and the best thing about motorhoming is that when the weather isn't right on one coast, you can head in the other direction. So for us, we headed to the coast of Blenheim and went to check out Rarangi. Rarangi is a great spot for motorhomers. The dock site is right on the beach and there's plenty of great walks in close proximity, including the Monkey Bay Walk, which is a short 10-minute climb up and over the hill to a beautiful little bay. There's also plenty of caves that you can check out at the start of the Monkey Bay Walk that all include glowworms. If you're feeling a little bit more adventurous, you can even do a walk from Rarangi to Whites Bay. It's just a little bit further, but for us we decided to drive up over the hill and stay a night at the Whites Bay dock site. As promised, we're going to show you through Betty, our 900 series TrailLite motorhome. We've had a gap in the weather here at Whites Bay so we can get outside and show you around. So she's built on a Mitsubishi Fuso. We don't build them on the truck-based chassis anymore, but it's perfect for us because it's got the bench seats at the front, so Koa can sit next to us up front. She's 7.6 metres long and bed at the back, so Owakura, our most popular floor plan. Perfect for a windy, wet, rainy few days. We've had heaps of space inside and we've really been able to enjoy wherever we are. Oh my gosh, there's a bee. As mentioned, it's the Owakura floor plan. So we've got the bench seats at the front, which is on the truck-based chassis, but you can get this floor plan on all of our ranges, the 300, 500 and 700 series. So we've got the bench seats in here, which is great, open space. We've actually removed the table and we've got just a little Kmart jobby here that we pull up at night for a few ball games. And long kitchen, bed at the back in the rear. 3 hot tips from us on picking the right motorhome for your adventure. Good storage. Pick your toys, think about what your toys are that you're taking with you and make sure that the storage that you pack in your motorhome has enough space. Plenty of space inside for lounging. We're travelling in the middle of winter, so you can hear the rain's just set in. Ideal to have good lounge space for those rainy New Zealand days. And pick a bedding configuration that works for you and whoever you're travelling with. So we've got the island bed at the back, lounge at the front. There's heaps of floor plan options that will suit you as well. We'll check in again soon. So we've just left Whites Bay, which is down in here to my right, and we are heading through the Marlborough region and looking at some of the region's best wineries. This region makes up 75% of New Zealand's winery land, and it's rich for Sauvignon Blancs, Pinot Noirs, Pinot Gris and Chardonnays. So we're going to go and check out some of the top wineries in this region. Watch the space. So our first stop is the St Clair's Family Estate. St Clair Family Estate was first established in 1994, and this was a really informative wine experience. Definitely must stop here and certainly sample the Gewürztraminer. Cloudy Bay was undergoing some renovations while we were there. However, the experience was still beautiful. We had a few tapas and sampled 4 of their famous wines. We walked away from Cloudy Bay with a Pinot Noir and a Sauvignon Blanc. Our next stop was Wairau River. Now we didn't sample the wines here apart from having lunch and a glass of Pinot Gris. It's a great spot if you want a nice meal by the fire. So we have spent the last few hours exploring some of the Marlborough region's most famous wineries. We went to St Clair Estate, Cloudy Bay and Wairau River. We had a really great time, learned a lot about the region. So 80% of New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs are grown in the Marlborough region. 10% are Pinot Noir and 10% are other varieties. Really great tasting wine. Good Savies, good Pinot Noirs. I really like the light taste of the Pinot Noirs. It was just delicious. Obviously not your traditional Central Otago Pinot Noir, but equally as nice, especially for people who aren't big red wine drinkers. I think the Marlborough Pinot Noirs really appeal to that kind of taste. Now we decided that we would hit the road and we would head to, where are we going? Marfells Beach. Marfells Beach. You can walk out to the coast and out to the lighthouse there. So hopefully looking forward to doing that walk. I'll just turn the camera and show you some of this beautiful Marlborough scenery. So we are off on a little hike up to Campbell Way.
Yes, the lighthouse.
There's a lighthouse out there. Now there is a loop track that you can do which is 8 hours, but we're just going to walk along the beach, and apparently at low tide you can get there and back with 3 hours to spare. So we'll let you know how we get on. Watch the space. We've just seen the lighthouse way out on that point out there. So we've nearly made it to the lighthouse. I'm not sure if you can see that there. Koa's pretty much slept the whole way. It was a super easy walk really, eh?
Very flat.
Very flat.
A little bit soft and sandy.
You probably would need to do it as the tide's going out, because that last little bit, if it was high tide, it would probably be more challenging. But it says on the dock site that this is an advanced track. Did it say advanced? Expert. So I think ignore that. Good footwear and, you know, an outgoing tide and you're away. So some interesting facts about this lighthouse. The one that stands behind us now first was lit in 1905, but prior to that there was another lighthouse that was constructed in 1869.
It was made out of timber.
It was made out of timber, as Kane says. And during the 2016 earthquakes, this reef outside here rose between 1 and 3 meters, and the whole of this peninsula shifted 6 meters towards Wellington. So what actually happened is some of the reefs that were back in the day causing a lot of shipwrecks and took, unfortunately, 43 lives, have become more exposed to the boats that pass through here. We've left Marfells Beach this morning and we're heading down the east coast of the South Island on our way down to Kaikoura. We've stopped in at a place called Walled Beach. Now there is an NZMCA park over property just behind us that looks beautiful. We're not going to stay here the night, but have a look at this. Well, that marks the end of the first stage of our South Island TrailLite Motorhome adventure. We've arrived in the Kaikoura region and we'll be heading down from here along the east coast of the beautiful South Island of New Zealand. We hope you enjoyed episode 1 where we travelled through the Marlborough region. We didn't get to some spots, obviously we didn't stay in Picton for too long, and we didn't spend much time in the main centre of Blenheim. So if you're keen to check those out, previous trips of mine I have visited the Waterley Racecourse, a great spot if you are keen to go to Wither Hills Winery or maybe head to the Sunday markets, the Blenheim Sunday markets. Another great spot in Picton is the marina there. There's some great campgrounds that offer good close walking distance to some great pubs and nice walks. So when you come to Marlborough next, we hope you check out some of the spots and enjoy a great motorhome adventure. Tune in for episode 2 where we travel down the east coast of the South Island.